let's get into the news for the day. Now, this one, we're getting back into console wars, getting back into. Except we're going through a lot of the achievements today. Nah. But in latest console war news, PlayStation, actual PlayStation blog. This isn't from any other series. This isn't from any other site. This is directly from PlayStation. So today they actually showed May 2024's top downloads for the US and for Europe. What up, Paladin? So, actually, I mean, I might spoil it already, and it might be spoiler here, but what is the number one game that was downloaded in May? For all those who may not know, may not have been on Twitter, what do you think is the number one most downloaded game in the US and in Europe in May? Oh man, was it a PlayStation exclusive? Do you think so? Do you think it was a multi-plat? Technically, yeah, it's a multi-plat now. I guess you can consider it a multi-plat. And Microsoft still getting paid off of it. But yes, Taco got it. It was Sea of Thieves topped the charts in May. So, I mean, this can go either way. We're gonna get to the rest of the list in a minute, but I wanna focus on Sea of Thieves for a second, because this is very interesting. I'm not a big fan of Sea of Thieves, never played it. But I know that there is a niche community that really enjoys going out there on seven seas and doing whatever. It's a lot of griefing that seems to be going on from the time that I've actually watched it. But anyways, whatever's fun to you, you keep playing it. But it's not for me. So, I understood that initially when it was announced that Sea of Thieves was coming to the PS5, a lot of Xbox fans were very upset. They were like, how could you? This is one of our exclusives. Why are you giving it to them? And, surprisingly, the Sony fans, according to this, because again, numbers don't lie. I mean, this is coming directly from Sony, so they have the numbers. So according to Sony, the Sony fans downloaded it. Now, this could be pettiness, it could, there's a slight chance it could be some pettiness. The Sony fans are trying to prove a point that, like, hey, we're going to play whatever you bringing over here. Like, all right, this is one of your exclusives. Let's everybody download it and at least try it out, because, there may be a lot of Sony fans that never owned an Xbox, or they don't have a PC and never got a chance to play it, and maybe they weren't interested in it. Let's see, matter of fact, because I want to get my facts straight. When did Sea of Thieves come out? It's been at least 2018. I was totally wrong. Dang, it's really been that long. March 20th, 2018 is when Sea of Thieves came out. Good Lord. So it's been 6 years. It's been 6 years, y'all. Man, that's a long time for like wanting to really play something. Like I said, I don't know how excited Sony fans were to play Sea of Thieves, but excuse me, that's been a very long time. So damn. So, all right, so that actually put things more into perspective. So it's been 6 years and Sony fans finally get it and they downloaded it. It was the number one download in May in both the US, slash Canada, and Europe. So wow, like, man, I mean that's impressive, man. It shows that when you actually open things up, you make things multiplayer, give more people a chance to play instead of being stuck on one platform. That just can happen. The same thing happened when Sony games went to Steam. We talked about this before. I don't know if Horizon was up there, but I know God of War, when God of War went up there, it was at the top of the charts. So a lot of people were getting that. Last of Us did the same thing. Detroit Become Human, I don't know if it was number one, but it was up there. Spider-Man was up there, but God of War was definitely very important there. So again, it does show that there are some people who just refuse to, like, I don't care what platform that a game that I may be interested in is on. Like, I will wait, and if it does end up coming on the platform that's my platform of choice, then I will play it. So it's good. I mean, Microsoft's still getting money off of it, but I mean, that is very impressive. That is very impressive. Now, on the other side of the coin, there are two more things that I want to point out in this list. And let's continue looking down this list. Let's continue looking down this list, shall we? And we are going to point out some things. So, Number 2 in the US is Madden, a multi-plat, comes out every year. In Europe, number 2 is Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 is still up there. Good Lord. So that tells me one thing. We're gonna get further into it, but again, this further proves the narrative that there's 60% of gamers who are still playing the same games. Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013. You're still playing that damn game, still downloading it. Good Lord, that game is out of here. I cannot wait for Grand Theft Auto 6 to come out, because please free niggas from the shackles of Grand Theft Auto 5. God damn. It's ridiculous. At least us over here, like, man, at least Madden 24 is new. Like, damn, Grand Theft Auto 5? Shit. Yeah, Lord. All right, then we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. All right, we're still playing that. F1 24, that makes sense. You know, F1 is real big in Europe. Helldivers 2 comes in at number 4. Assassin's Creed Mirage is over in Europe, so they're really liking that. And then, you know, Grand Theft Auto 5, so this flip-flops kind of. So Grand Theft Auto 5 is 5 in US, and Helldivers 2 is number 5 in Europe. Then we go 2K24, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, MLB The Show, Top Spin, Stellar Blade. So Stellar Blade, outside of Helldivers 2, we'll put Helldivers 2 in there as far as like the top 10. So when you count 1 exclusive, 2 exclusives, I mean MLB The Show, that's another exclusive. We'll count that one too. It's fine. We'll count that one. MLB The Show and Stellar Blade. I don't know who's your daddy. Matter of fact, I wanna. What the hell? What it sound? That sound like some horny stuff. What the hell is this game? What are we playing in the U.S. and Canada? Who's your daddy? Okay, this is a multiplayer, but what the hell is this? A casual multiplayer game featuring a clueless father attempting to prevent his infant son from certain death. Why is that in the top 10? Is anybody aware of this game? I've never heard of it before. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Who's your daddy? What the hell is that? Anyway, man, we weird over here. It gotta be a streamer game. Definitely gotta be a streamer game. What the heck? Okay. So we have 1, 2, we'll count MLB The Show, 3 exclusive that are in the top 10 in the US. It's F1 24. Let's see, because I want to make sure we get my facts right. F1 24. Is this a PlayStation exclusive? No. Which I figure. It's also a multiplat. Okay. Also a multiplat. So, Top Spin. Let me make sure. Top Spin. 2K25. This is also a multiplat. All right. So we can't count that one. All right. So in Europe, it's only Helldivers too. That's the only exclusive that's in the top 10 in Europe, and at least in the US we have 3. So I mean that's okay. That's okay. But again, in May, I mean, I know that this isn't for the year. You know, things will change if it's for the year so far. But in May was very interesting. It was a very interesting month. You know, seeing this list here in the top 10 most downloaded. So I mean, we got 3 exclusives, but out of the top 10, I mean, these are multiplats. So that, I mean, further proving the narrative. I mean, so Sony players, you know, Sony fans, you playing your exclusives? Nah, y'all playing a lot of multiplats over there. That's what I'm saying. Y'all playing a lot of multiplats. And again, what I already mentioned before, 60% of gamers still playing the same old game. Still playing Madden, still playing Call of Duty, still playing Grand Theft Auto, you're still playing 2K24. You know, at least MLB The Show, you know, it's an annual title as well. Madden, it's an annual title, but still there. 2K, annual title, but still there. Fallout 4, we know why Fallout 4 was in both of these lists, because of the success of the show. So shout out to more people, you know, going back and playing Fallout. So that's cool. But yeah, and then we go further down the list. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Dang, Europe is still playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's interesting. It Takes Two, they're still playing that. 2K24 is lower on the list. I don't really care about basketball like that. Among Us, so they're playing Among Us on the PS5. Okay. Grounded, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Gran Turismo 7. Rainbow Six is down here for them. And the Crew Motorfest, they're still playing the Crew Motorfest. Oh, I don't know what's going on over there in Europe. And then the US side, Grounded, Another Crab's Treasure. That's a new game, so shout out to them making the list here last month. Marvel Spider-Man 2, NHL 24, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game, Rise of the Ronin, Assassin's Creed Mirage, WWE 2K24, and Elden Ring. So Elden Ring has popped back up. Elden Ring has popped back up in the US for us. Made the top of the list. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So let's do the full count. Let's do the full count for the US. We'll start with them first. So we got Helldivers 2. We have MLB The Show. We have Stellar Blade. We have Spider-Man 2. What's that, 4? We have 4 games. And Rise of the Ronin, 5 games. So 5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Out of 20, we got 5. Out of 20, we got 5. That's from the US. Let's see over here on the Europe side. We have Helldivers 2, that's 1. Stellar Blade is 2. Marvel Spider-Man is 3. And Gran Turismo is 4. So they got 4. Okay. All right, man. I'm just saying, can't help but notice. I know that this was last month. I know this isn't overall, but it's very interesting, man. You know, we playing a lot of multiplats. It's okay. Again, this does not apply to everybody who's a huge Sony fan. If it don't apply, let it fly. If you're playing your games, I understand, but you can't be saying, hey, I'm a huge Sony fan and I'm all about Sony, but you know, you barely got 3-4 games in your top 10, and you got 5 games total in your top 20, you know, that are exclusives. It's okay. Again, you get a platform to play your games. I understand, but I just can't help but notice. I can't help but notice, man. We gonna push that agenda. Y'all ain't playing y'all exclusives for real. Sony fans are bragging, talking about y'all playing y'all exclusive. Y'all ain't really playing them like that. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Y'all playing the same games in US and in Europe. Let's say Europe can get it too. It ain't just the US, but y'all playing the same stuff. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. So there it is. Everybody trying to be a part of that 37. Shout out to Kai. I know, right, man? I know. So that is. So I just wanted to point that out. Again, it is just for last month. This isn't overall, but a very interesting list, man. Shout out to Sea of Thieves, you know, being the most downloaded. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know how many people were talking about it. I didn't really see too many people talking about it, at least on the Sony side, but that is interesting that it did make the top of the list and downloads last month. So hey, if y'all are having fun with it, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Sea of Thieves. I know, Cook. Hey, it is what it is, man. Numbers online. PlayStation said it themselves. So hey, somebody playing it, or at least downloading it. If nothing else. It could just be a whole bunch of downloads. Like I said, it could be some fluffier. It could be some smoke and mirrors. People might just be downloading it just because. Like I said, there are a lot of agendas that are around. So I said it earlier, Sony fans just might have downloaded just to try to prove a point. You know, they probably did it just to prove a point. There is a small percentage that might be true, but the game is 6 years old, so there might be some Sony fans who really did want to play it and just did not own a PC or an Xbox. So could be. You never know. I would love to see some stats on that. That would be very interesting. Or there's a new update. Yeah, I mean that too. Sea of Thieves is only fun with a group, so I've heard. If Sea of Thieves is number 1, I wonder if that means more Xbox are coming to PlayStation. Yeah, they've already announced. Microsoft has already announced that more games will be coming to PlayStation. They haven't announced the next batch, but there will be more. There will be more games. Grounded is one. Grounded was another one that came on there. Sea of Thieves. Hi-Fi Rush. So, and I forgot the last one, but yeah, it was 4 of them. 4 of them in total. So, all right, moving on. More PlayStation news. So finally, you know, Xbox got it first. I have no clue why Xbox players got it first, but PS5 players will finally be able to join Discord voice chats through their console. So, you know, it took a little bit to catch up. I don't know what's going on with the tech over there on Sony side, but we're finally catching up. So now all you Sony fans, Sony players, you know, you can finally get out of the poverty of your own group chats, and you can finally catch up to, when did Discord come out? Like 2012 or something, like very early. You can finally catch up and join Discord voice chats, you know, where we're clear over here. We can actually hear each other, but don't come in the chats though talking through your controller. Please don't. Please don't go into Discord voice chats with the shitty ass mic. Please, you know, get a decent mic. Have some decency. Have some respect when you enter a Discord voice chat if you are going to do that. Please. please. So just to read the article, that in recent years we partnered with Discord to introduce more ways for players to connect with their friends and communities across Discord and the PS5 console. Since we first introduced Discord voice chat on PS5, players have joined the Discord voice chat on PS5 more than 290 million times to hang with friends' Discord voice channels while gaming. Today, we're pleased to share that we're starting to roll out the ability for PS5 players to join Discord voice chat directly from the PS5 console. So you don't have to do anything extra now without relying on the Discord PC or mobile apps to initiate the connection. So just to clarify, this has already been a thing with PS5, but you needed either your PC or a mobile app in order to do so. But now you can do it directly through the PS5, and then it gives detailed instructions. Hope you know how to read and follow directions, but this shows you how to join straight through the PS5. I said, update will make it easier than ever to quickly hop into a Discord conversation with other gamers. It will gradually roll out over the coming weeks, starting with players in Japan, followed by Europe, Australia, New Zealand, the Middle East, and finally the Americas. So you'll need to update your console in order to get the update. So, and profile sharing also begins rolling out, so that's cool. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Finally, you don't have to go through some extra hoops in order to join Discord voice chats. Now it is there. All right. More gaming news. Elden Ring. We were speaking on that, and yeah, people are getting back to it. I've seen people that never play Elden Ring, like they missed the train 2 years ago. You got to think time, man. Regardless of whether you say it was his idea or not to play Elden Ring until he beat it, he did bring a lot more eyes on Elden Ring. You even had Bandai Namco tuning in and cheering him on and whatnot. And he suffered a lot, man. Over 1,000 deaths. He suffered a lot, but he did it. He beat the main bosses, and he beat the game, and he became the Elden Lord. So he did put a lot more eyes on. I'm seeing more people saying, "Hey, I'm going to do the same thing." And everybody's copying, and now Elden Ring is the meta. Now Elden Ring is the meta for the top 5% of streamers. We're back here. We're back here for the copycat content generation. So with that being said, more people have been into it. They're like, hey man, I never play Elden Ring in my life or any Souls game. Let me actually try playing it. So I've seen a lot more people say, hey man, I'm going to try out Elden Ring now. So that's awesome. So now Elden Ring has officially crossed over 25 million copies sold worldwide. That's amazing. That is amazing. And we have the DLC coming next week. So perfect timing, to hop into it. If you can beat it in a week, all power to you. Make sure you at least beat Mog and Radon, though. Make sure you at least beat Mog and Radon. Technically, you don't even have to beat the game. You just have to beat those two in order to access the DLC. So I don't want people thinking that you have to beat the entire game and become the Elden Lord. Now, my dumb self, I realize I'm a fraud because I beat everybody. I beat the whole game. I beat like all the bosses, and then I did New Game Plus because there was a particular weapon that I wanted to get, a particular quest that I was not able to do. So I did New Game Plus, and I ran through it again, and I beat Radon. I ran through him, but I realized I didn't beat Mark again, and apparently I have to in my New Game Plus because it's essentially a new game. So we're gonna try that maybe tonight. We'll see what ends up happening. And then if I don't beat him tonight, then I'll try to finish it up tomorrow. But I gotta beat Mark again, at least. So I gotta prepare myself. I'm technically not there yet either. So I gotta beat him again. Man. But with that being said, I was like, damn, I didn't even realize that. I was like, so shout out to Homeless for reminding me, because I was like, damn, I really have to beat him again. That's crazy. So anyways, man, it's a good time, man. Good time to be a gamer. So we back on Elden Ring, man, next week. It's about to be very interesting. Very interesting next week. I cannot wait, man, to go exploring again and find some new builds, find some new weapons, find some new crazy bosses. Who's gonna be the next Millennia? We're gonna see all that, man. It's gonna be a very good time for content, very good time to be a gamer, very good time to explore in Elden Ring.